Hey guys, this is a shuffle that I did the other day, and I'll tell you this, it was pretty rough. But I'm gonna go ahead and post it either way. That way you guys can learn from it. We're gonna go ahead and go through some mistakes, and we're gonna go ahead and see a lot of toxicity, a lot of things that are out of your control, but people like to blame you because it's way more easier to blame the healer than take responsibilities. So right off the bat, enemy comp is a arms warrior and a red paladin. Already putting your head, it's gonna be a lot of burst, a lot of cleave, that mortar strike effect. It's just gonna be rough. For now, I'm just gonna go ahead, you sit back, let them take the aggro, and try to keep my distance as much as I can. Since I see the monk is fist weaving, I'm gonna go ahead and drop my stun totem, so that way I could go ahead and stun everybody, and hopefully that could make the healer fall behind. The monk starts connecting their crowd controls on me, but since that Death Knight is taking so much damage, I really have no choice but just stay here and start hard casting Healing Surge. Since I see the fight start coming up to me, I'm just trying to go ahead and fall back and keep that distance. Red Paladin runs over to me, stuns me, rides his little pony back to the fight, and it's game over. And I mean, really, what could I have done? I had my earthen wall on cooldown. I had my grounding totem on cooldown. Spirit Link, there was no point because I was with a hunter. I had to blow my trinket because I was getting crowd control by the monk and the Death Knight was falling behind. So I mean, really, there was not much I could do. Everything mostly fell on the DPS. If it was up to me, I would have been like, hey, target that red paladin. Alright? Go ahead and crowd control that fist weaver. Because if you look at their unit frames, they were targeting that warrior. So I mean, you're gonna have that warrior being healed by the fist weaver and being healed by the red paladin. Plus whatever passive defensive the red paladin and the arms warrior are sharing. And right here, this enemy comp, I mean, you're going to be having that Death Knight locking you down and that Red Paladin bursting you down. Then you're going to have to watch out for the Fist Weaver's Touch of Death. So I'm trying to break this corner. So now that the Red Paladin follow me, I'm just going to go ahead and use Unleash Shield and push him away to try to gain a little bit of distance. And of course, he activates his Divine Steed, uses Blessing of Freedom, and reconnects to me again. And here, I probably should have stayed behind the corner because I tried to pop out to try to crowd control one of them because I'm trying to make them fall behind so that way my guys can go ahead and put pressure on that Death Knight. But, hey, I got out in the open, they reconnected to me again. And yeah, and I mean, I really agree. I mean, that was probably one of the most stupidest thing I did in this round. So right here, I'm trying to get away. I got the Chains of Ice, I'm getting Death Grip, I'm getting stunned. I had activated my Spirit Link, went ahead, dropped down my stun totem, and like I said, I'm still trying to get out, but, I mean, they're just on top of me. If you look at the damage done, the Marksman Hunter and the Red Paladin are both top, and they're both on the enemy team. So I already know this is gonna hurt. And here comes the warrior, saying you should never stop when run if they train you. But yo, Death Knight got my back. He's like, yeah, easy to say as a warrior. He was chained entire fight. So like this match, I mean, if I was in control of it, I would be like, yeah, focus on the Red Paladin, and we're gonna try to break the line of sight of that Marksman Hunter. So right now I'm trying to break that line of sight, but I'm getting scattershot, I'm getting blinded, and hey, down I go. So basically, hey, I'm getting attacked by the Red Paladin, I'm getting fisted by the Fist Weaver, I'm getting attacked by the Marksman Hunter. then I'm getting scattershot and all that, and it's like I'm not even in control of my character in the final moments of the fight, so I can't do anything. And then we're talking about when you get low health, you gotta worry about Hammer of Wrath, Touch of Karma, and Kill Shot. 3 instant, almost automatic death. And I mean, here comes the Death Knight talking about like, hey, just learning heals. I mean, bro, it's easy when you're a DPS, right? And what I like to call them, dumb person spamming. So Warrior goes ahead and connects to me, trying to get an easy kill. Marksman Hunter starts opening on me, so hey, it's almost like what the last round was. So right now I'm trying to position myself around this pillar because I'm trying to put myself that I'm only in line of sight of 2 instead of all 3. And that was what I was trying to attempt in the last round. And I mean, I last longer than what I did the last round, but what happened? I went ahead, I got stunned, and then I had to worry once again about Touch of Death, Execute, and Kill Shot. And if you pay attention, I got stunned, and then I got frozen in place, and I died. In this comp, I mean, hey, it's basically the win team, you know? And here comes another toxic comment from the Warrior. He dies when he stops with no pills. I mean, bro, how am I supposed to keep moving if I'm stunned and frozen in place? I mean, y'all act like I just freaking go AFK in the middle of the map. So here my concern is getting slowed by that Death Knight and then getting messed up by that Marksman Hunter. So for me, I'm going to try to break the line of sight of that Marksman Hunter and keep my distance from that Death Knight. So I'm using my totem projection so I could try to lead with the Spirit Link so I could get that passive instant healing from my partners. And I went ahead and I dropped my stun totem so that way everybody following me could get stunned and give me a little bit of time so I could gain some distance. And through mobility and line of sight, I mean, we were able to pull off that win. And so you think about it. I'm getting defense buffs from the Red Paladin and the Arms Warrior. And that helped me survive. And the only person I really had to worry about crowd controls was from that Death Knight. So for this round right here, there's something I really want to point out that I've been preaching in a lot of my videos. So for these Fist Weavers, as long as you do not let them touch you, they cannot heal, so just kite them. But apparently people don't seem to understand that. And here comes the Warrior trying to connect, so I'm just going to go ahead and play Ring Around the Rosy with him. And I mean, as you can see, I'm getting stunned, I'm getting Death Grip, but that Death Knight doesn't have that DPS to blow me up. And right there, Death Knight went ahead, Death Grip, and actually saved me because he pulled me away from that Warrior. And look, and thank you guys for watching this far into this video, because from a healer to a healer, especially in shuffles, these last 2 matches I won. And as you can see, it's mostly because the DPS, the comps you're given, and I guess the IQ of your partners. Like, it is day and night. You know, I'm over here, yes, they're peeling, I'm kiting away, and I'm surviving. And the funny part is that Warrior was talking trash, that Death Knight was talking trash. They're both on the team together, and now they're both trash. And this is what I wanted to point it out. The Hunter's being kited, he cannot connect, and he's being broken down little by little, and down he goes.